Hey, what up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you this morning. We're talking all about tonight's Monday Night Raw. Of course, if you don't know and you're living under a rock, this is the go-home show to get us to Survivor Series 2015. Tonight is going to play a big part of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. We're going to see the Great Eight played out to see who's moving on to Survivor Series as the Final Four. We got four really big matches as we get down to it. Roman Reigns going up against Cesaro. Dean Ambrose against Dolph Ziggler, Alberto Del Rio versus Kalisto, and Kevin Owens going up against Neville. These are four really good matches as this gets down to it. Honestly, I think everybody has picked their winner of who they're rooting for in the WWE World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. I think most people are thinking that Roman Reigns is going to be the golden child of WWE. This is when he's going to produce the golden egg and finally become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion for the first time, seeing how he's been on the chase for probably close to 2 years. The first time he stepped up to the plate when he really felt crushed when he did not win the championship when he was up for grabs at Money in the Bank last year. And, he's had some times. He was in the Fatal 4-Way at Battleground. He had his shot when he won the Royal Rumble at WrestleMania 31. And he's had chances here and there, but, he was supposed to go up against Seth Rollins. A lot of people thought that this was the time they were finally going to give him the championship. He could have a good little run. They could pull it away from him around Royal Rumble, and then WrestleMania, he would be on the chase again and see, what he's worth as a championship babyface. Is he really going to be the foreseeable future of the WWE like a John Cena would be? Cesaro is one hell of a guy to beat. He's probably the best wrestler in the whole group as Roman moves towards the championship. This is going to be one hell of a tough match. Like I said, Cesaro is one hell of a good hand, and you can tell. I don't think off the top of my head these guys have ever had a match before, and if they have, it's passed me by. But I'm thinking that this one is going to be a really good match, as a lot of the first round matches that were held on Raw and SmackDown last week, a lot of them were matches that we'd seen before, guys that you would almost call rivals, like Big Show versus Roman Reigns, Dolph Ziggler versus Miz, making sure that this tournament was going to be full of really good matches instead of stinkers. You've got Kalisto, who right now is the ultimate underdog. I guess you can say the Cinderella story of the tournament. He's going to be going up against Alberto Del Rio. That's one hell of a match right there. Is Kalisto going to be able to, upset the world yet once again and move on to be one step closer to becoming the world heavyweight champion? I really don't think so, but that's why they play the game. Lots of talk about the Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler match concerning Tyler Breeze, who was beaten in the first round by Dean Ambrose in his WWE Monday Night Raw debut on the main roster. Will Tyler Breeze poke his nose into Dolph Ziggler's business, making sure that he does not move forward in the WWE Championship Tournament? If you go over the WWE Monday Night Raw 5-point preview, a lot of the things are pointing towards the fact that Tyler Breeze is going to be a part of this match, hanging out in the VIP section, eating cheese and taking selfies with Summer Rae. I think that selfie stick is getting into there somehow, and that's going to be what sets up Ambrose going against Tyler Breeze at Survivor Series. Lots of matches for Survivor Series will probably be named on Monday Night Raw as well as on SmackDown this week, seeing how a lot of these guys who are main parts of the tournament who are going to be losing, such as Cesaro or Dolph Ziggler, they got to be put into matches for Survivor Series, and this is the go-home show, so you don't have a lot of time in the week of Survivor Series right now. Kevin Owens and Neville. Neville's probably another guy who's looked at as a little bit of a Cinderella guy. Him getting the win in the first round wasn't as big of a story as Kalisto. Kalisto beating Ryback on SmackDown probably would have been really huge if it happened live on Monday Night Raw, but with the tapings, and news escaping on Tuesday and then it finally showing on Thursday, I don't think it was as big of a story as it should have been. But also on this show is going to be the Brothers of Destruction making an appearance. They've been actually announced as being a part of Monday Night Raw, although I don't really know why. They sort of accepted Bray Wyatt's challenge for Survivor Series for a 2-on-2 tag team match against two mystery opponents from the Wyatt brothers. It could be any mixture of the guys. I guess they're going with the Freebird rule, even though they got 4 guys instead of 3. But last week, Brothers of Destruction really took apart the Wyatts in pieces. Never, one-on-one or two-on-two, however you want to look at it as. But who knows what's going to be? Are the Wyatts going to stack the deck and really make it a 4-on-2 battle, bringing the troops all at once? Or are we going to see a debut in the Wyatt family of a new member? I think that's a little bit of a wild card. We never really saw Bray issue out who was going to be in this match at Survivor Series. He didn't really say that it was a member of the Wyatt family as well, so it could be an outside source brought in, or maybe somebody that's hypnotized to join the group. I know there's not a lot of guys in NXT that can really fill this up. The one guy at NXT that has a beard is Samson, Elias Samson, something like that. I don't really see him joining the group, but he's got that sort of Johnny Cash straggler gimmick, going town to town playing his guitar, which he's a good wrestler. It just doesn't really work. So if I'm in NXT, I'm looking for anything else that this guy can do. At least he's got the beard. That seems to be one of the go-to things that push him up to that spot. I hate to sort of knock the guy. He really got over at the Halloween NXT show, coming out as the Mustard. So that is what it is. But fun stuff coming down. We'll see what happens on Monday Night Raw, but it's all really going to be based around about the Great 8, breaking it down into the Final 4, and then Undertaker and Kane figuring out what's going on with the Brothers of Destruction, and all the fun things that builds us to the match against the Wyatts.